Please, please, for the love of God, do not start a podcast. That is the title of Ryan Holiday's new article that came out this week, and I have some thoughts on it. He starts off saying, at a conference earlier this year, Jordan Harbinger, the founder of Art of Charm, a top 50 podcast on iTunes, got up and said something that I thought was brave. He told a room of entrepreneurs, authors, and public personalities that they should probably not start a podcast. That's the opening sentence of this article, which we all know most people only read that if they don't just read the title, which I think the title of this article is a little bit deceptive. And knowing where it's coming from Ryan Holiday, it's not surprising, as probably a big part of the reason why he wrote this article was to get things like this to happen, to get me to talk about it so that you go read his article. He basically is saying that podcast hosts and creators are becoming lazy. They're using their guests to try to get something, and they're not putting in the work that it requires to make a good show that is actually valuable. And I think that's true. I've done a lot of these podcast interviews from other people who have their own show. They email me and they say, hey, we would love to have you on our show. So I say, yes, sure. I do the interview. Then like a couple weeks later or whatever, the episode comes out, and then they email me and say, hey, can you post it on your social media? Send it out to your email list. And I can't post every podcast interview on my social media and send it out to all my people on email lists, because then it would just be me constantly everything would just be these new interviews that I've done, and it was like I'm answering the same questions in every single one. Like, people have these lazy questions that they ask me where they could just look these things up online. So I agree with his thing. The title should maybe be, if you're going to be a lazy podcaster, you should not start a podcast. And there is a quote in here that says something about when he goes back to Jordan. It says, Jordan did not find success and really feel like he was doing a good job until 250 episodes into creating and making podcasts. So he put a lot, 250. I've done podcasts for a little while. I just released my 45th one. It feels like I've done a lot, only 45. And I'm still the same thing. I feel like I'm still getting the groove on it. And that's been a lot of work. So I don't think Ryan is saying, I know Ryan's not saying in this article that you should not go start a podcast or follow your dreams or do whatever you want to do. I don't think he's saying that. I think it's important to chase after what you want to do. With my thesis of everything I've been working on the just go mindset of getting started. If you're thinking about something, if you think you're going to be passionate about something, start it and keep going, keep at it, and become good at it. But there's so much value in this of don't be lazy. Don't be a lazy podcaster. Don't be lazy at whatever you're doing and do the typical thing, or copycat. He talks about that. There's copycat. People who just create these shows that are exactly the same as what other people have already created, thinking that they can ride on that success. But that success of those people was created and built because they were unique. There's something I saw recently, it was said, different is better than better. You have a unique perspective that you should present in your own way, and then people might be interested if you keep at it and develop that thing. So, Ryan Holiday says, please, please, for the love of God, do not start a podcast. I say, please, please, for the love of God, do what you want, but make it good. Don't be lazy, don't be a copycat, be different, be you, because that's what people care about. And as always, just go. I feel like this would be a good viral video.
All of the amazing things that I've experienced have come down to one thing. It's because I jumped in and made things happen. Sometimes it doesn't feel like it's the right time, but the right time is now. Just go. Don't let someone on the internet talk you out of achieving your goals. Make it happen. Check out my other videos for more. Thanks for watching.